So yes, there has been times where I have fallen asleep with my makeup on and woken up to the craziest looking pillow. That's usually after a night of like champagne. So I have sensitive, dry skin. Whenever I'm in the airplane, my skin gets super dry. Whenever I try new products, I break out in a rash. So I'm just gonna give you guys that routine today. So I'm just gonna push my hair back first. All right, there we go. So the first step I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take my makeup off with the Dermalogica Pre-Cleanse. This is their oil cleanser that they have. Everything I have pretty much is travel size because I am traveling right now. Oh. I'm already forgetting steps. You gotta take my lashes off first. I know you're not supposed to rip off your lashes, but I have non-existent lashes anyway, so it is what it is. I tried different oil cleansers, but this one's just kind of bae. It's just been around for a while, so I use it. So yes, there has been times where I have fallen asleep with my makeup on and woken up to the craziest looking pillow. That's usually after a night of like champagne. So next I'm going into the Kiehl's Deep Cleansing Foaming Face Wash. This product is for normal to oily skin types, but I like it because it really doesn't dry you out and also it gives you a really nice deep clean. If you're looking for like a drugstore or affordable version of that, the Neutrogena Hydro Boost cleanser is pretty good and it's also affordable. So I started double cleansing when I started wearing makeup, and that I realized that like the oil cleanser wasn't getting my makeup off good enough. Like it'll get that first layer of stuff off your face, but then you'd still have some stuff left all over your face. So then I go in with an actual cleanser. That's just kind of like my thing now. I don't like to just do an oil cleanser. I don't just like to do a soap cleanser. And I do try and practice the 1 minute rule. It is time consuming, not time consuming, but sometimes it's annoying when you're tired and you just want to go to bed. So sometimes it's 30 seconds. After this step, usually I'd go into the Dermalogica Daily Superfoliant. This is supposed to be really good for like antioxidants and also resurfacing your skin. But I've been using it pretty much every day this week, so I'm going to give it a break. But I'm going to go into the Vitamin Nectar Vibrancy Boosting Face Mask. And I've been on this journey of trying to balance out my face and my chest. So my face is a few shades darker than the rest of my body. So I've been on this journey of like doing healthy peels for my skin. And this is one of those products. It's like a nice, light, healthy peel. And also stuff that's not really going to irritate my skin. So I used to not be into masking at all. I used to be like, what's the point of it? Masking and eye cream used to be like, what's the point of it? Because I've always had pretty decent skin. But as I started wearing more makeup, I realized that masking is super important. So this mask right now that I'm wearing and then eye cream. But I've only noticed a big difference with 2 eye creams. So I'll show you guys those at the end, like when we get to eye creams. But yeah, I'm supposed to have this on for 5 minutes, so we're just gonna let this cook for another 5 minutes and then we're gonna take it off. Usually at this point in time I'm watching YouTube, so I'll either have like a candle going or like I'll have my phone there and I'll be watching YouTube or like catching up on like 911 or like I love Hey Paris, and then a lot of commentary, like social commentary on YouTube. So I've been watching Chrissy and Paris Milan, and yeah, that's what I've been up to on YouTube. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take this off now with this towel. I am going to get it a little bit warm. So, just going to put some hot water on it. And then I'm just going to wipe this off. So, on my chest, I have a bunch of like little tiny scars from like, and I'm also a picker, so that doesn't help my case at all. But I have a lot of scarring on my chest, and I've actually been trying to fix that as well. That's a whole new journey that I'm going on right now. But yeah, I've noticed that with scarring, the peels have actually been helping it. So like me using the peels regularly has helped. So next I'm going to go into a toner. I'm going to use the Fresh Deep Hydration Facial Toner. I'm using this because I know I'm going to be using a peel after this. And also I've been going in a little bit more, not invasive with the toners that I've been using recently, but I have used more like aggressive toners in the past, and they just don't work for my skin type. So when I'm trying to find products that work for my skin type, I definitely don't rely too heavily on other people's recommendations, only because I have to actually see the actual proof and see the change in my skin. The product actually has to work for me to see a difference. So next I'm using the Fresh Black Tea Kombucha Facial Essence. This is just a bougie product that you don't need, but if you have, go ahead and enjoy it. So in between products, I definitely like to dry my face in between them. I don't know, I just have this weird feeling that I can't just throw wet product on top of wet product on top of wet product. I have to actually let it sink in first, so I dry my face in between. So yeah, here's my Patrick Ta fan. The bougier it gets. So I started playing with makeup when I was 21. I was a late bloomer to the makeup game, and as soon as I started playing with it, first product I tried was a brow product, and as you guys can tell, my brows are non-existent. So I was able to literally reframe my entire face, because that's how brows work. They frame your face. And ever since then, it was just like love at first sight. So that's how I fell in love with the makeup. And then as I started experimenting with complexion products, I noticed that there was a gap in the industry and there weren't products for me for my complexion really. And that's how I got onto YouTube after years of trying to find products that were for my skin, that were supposed to work for my skin tone, and not really finding them. So that's how that started. And 3 years later, here we are changing the industry, one video at a time. This is the Murad Replenishing Multi-Acid Peel. That's what I was talking about with hydration. It's still a peel that's gonna peel, like gonna give you that nice fresh layer of skin, but it's also replenishing and has the oil in there so it doesn't dry your skin out. Like if I was using any other peel right now, my skin would look crazy. Not any other, but any other peels that doesn't have a hydrating component to it. So next I'm going into the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair. I have been in love with this line for so long. It just does what it needs to do. Like it really just does. As far as hydration, all the hyaluronic acid, and then they just came out with a new component too. Not a component, but a new addition. And that one has 15 times the amount of hyaluronic acid. Yes. So then next we're going into another skin rejuvenating product. This is the Peter Thomas Roth 3% retinoid plus high potency retinoid serum. These names, they're so long. You don't really think about it until you're actually trying to name them. This serum though is bomb. It truly has transformed my skin. My skin is so dehydrated that it cracks, and so I have to actively like make sure I am rejuvenating my skin, and since like always making sure I'm getting that dry layer of skin off, and this definitely helps with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with eye cream. This is the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Eye Supercharged Complex. I am literally almost out of this, and this is like my third one, so she's definitely a good one. Let's just go in with this, and I'll probably skip moisturizer today. I just went in with the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Intense Reset Concentrate, and I'm just going to use that as my moisturizer today. There is a really good one though that I normally would use, which is the Fresh Cream Asian Soft Cream. This is the most expensive product that I use on a regular basis, but that's because that's how good it is. You know, at the end of the night when you're supposed to go through your serums and your moisturizer and then seal it all off with the oil, that's that product in one. It's your moisturizer and your oil sealing in one, but it's not too heavy on the oil side so it feels greasy, and it's not too light on the moisturizing side so it doesn't feel like it's hydrating enough. It's literally the perfect cat. And then I'm going to go in with the Fresh Vitamin Nectar. This is the antioxidant glow water. Another bougie product you don't need, but I have, so I'm going to use it. It's just really nice. It feels really good on the skin. It's like that last, it just feels so good. The perfect last step. So next I'm going into a lip serum, and definitely buy into the lip serums. They definitely are needed and they serve a purpose. This is the Naturally Serious 3-in-1 lip service lip serum. And actually I've been recently taking my entire skincare routine onto my lips, like using my peel on my lips and all of my serums on my lips, and I've kind of actually been into that, and it's kind of been a vibe. We're just gonna seal that off with the Kiehl's Butter Lip Mask. This, if you don't try anything from this, try this, and you'll see how good it is, and then you're gonna want to try the rest of the stuff, because this is just like, you will see the difference the next morning in your lips. Like, it's almost instant. The YouTube community has changed in a sense where people, their capacity to be entertained requires a lot more, as far as like, it's always, everyone's doing the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. What's going to get people's attention? What's going to be the next viral move or the next viral video? And I think that has changed a lot, especially since when I started. But as far as like my relationship with YouTube, I think it's amazing. I think the fact that I've been able to do what I've been able to do on this platform, and not only, you know, create an outlet for myself to feel free, but to also create change in it as well, is just an amazing thing. And so YouTube is here. I mean, it's here to stay regardless, but yeah, I'm definitely a fan of the YouTube Live. Alrighty guys, so that is pretty much it for my skincare routine. I'm about to head off to bed and put on my fuzzy slippers. Maybe I'll give you guys a chance to see them. They're pretty ugly, but they're bomb. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and a good night.